What's up guys, Sal here. So the Pixel cameras have been in a weird spot for a couple of years. The Pixel 2 in 2017 was an incredible leap forward for smartphone photography. But features like night side aside, the Pixel 3, 4 and even the Pixel 5 were mostly evolution on the same hardware and software formula, making what sometimes felt like subjective tweaks more than clear improvements to image quality. It's to Google's credit that they've still remained among the very best phone cameras you can buy. If Samsung or even OnePlus stuck with the same camera sensor for 3 iterations of its flagship device, they would be laughed out of existence. But for Google, that's not the case. For one thing, Google is still using the same Sony IMX363 12.2 megapixel primary sensor as in the last few Pixel phones. Google told last year that keeping the same sensor continuity helps its Pixel camera team refine algorithm from generation to generation, and that there wasn't a part on the market that would have been better suited to the company's needs. Google has spent years fine-tuning the software for the sensor and really doesn't want to start over from scratch, which they would need to do if they decide to change sensors. But it's 2021, the competition not only caught up, but it's getting better in the camera department. The old sensor in the Pixel camera is now starting to show its age, so I think it's time for Google to finally cave in and upgrade the camera sensor on the Pixel 6. Thankfully though, we're getting some rumors that the Pixel 6 might indeed get a new camera sensor, and it's either gonna be from Sony or Samsung. The word on the internet is that Sony is gearing up to announce and launch the world's first 1-inch mobile camera sensor. A 1-inch sensor, even by smartphone standards, is pretty big. There is no information on what the 1-inch sensor will be capable of doing. Still, if you're looking at it from photography or a videography perspective, a larger sensor would mean better low light performance as well as more bokeh both in video as well as in photos. But personally, I don't think Google is gonna opt for this sensor because Sony hasn't announced it yet and we have no timeline when they're gonna do it. Google needs time to optimize a camera sensor for its smartphones, fine-tune the algorithm and more. So it's unlikely for Google to go for this sensor. Instead, they might go for Sony IMX555, the one we have on 2020 flagship phones, including the Galaxy S20. It's also possible Google might go with the recently announced Samsung's GN2 camera sensor, which for now is the biggest sensor we have on smartphones at a little less than an inch at 1 by 1.2 inches. The reason I'm saying the Pixel 6 might have the sensor is that this 50 megapixel sensor not only offers a larger sensor size, but bigger pixels as well. The pixel size in particular is notable as this is the same size as the Sony IMX363 sensor used in most of the Pixel phones, including the Pixel 5. So Google may not need to do as much fine-tuning in the software algorithm since the pixel size is the same. There will be many similarities in the technical aspect of it, and they know what needs to be done. In any case, Google is in need of a better sensor. For years they've schooled their competitors and forced them to up their game in the camera department. But now that competitors have caught up and in fact doing better, it's time for Google to finally get a new sensor for the Pixel 6. First, let me know what you think about this down in the comments. And as always, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.